SMT Nation, we are back. We did the same video for Verizon. Let's do it for AT&T. What are the vibes going into the quarterly earnings Q4 for AT&T? I want to start this off by saying this is not financial advice. This is not investment advice. I'm just looking at an article, kind of getting the perceptions on how things are viewed towards AT&T. I'll link it for you guys. It'll be in the description. Ways to support us can be found there as well. Like and share our videos, subscribe if you're new here, and turn on the bell notification icon to never miss an upload from the SMT. All right, so AT&T is going to be reporting January 27th, which I believe is the week after Verizon reports. Or if I remember correctly, it's a few days after. Okay, so that would be like what Verizon would be reporting Friday, AT&T reporting the following Monday. So kind of giving us some time to digest whatever Verizon puts together. I'm not sure about T-Mobile when they're reporting, but they usually like to go after the other two. Okay, so, but anyways, with respect to AT&T, the expectations, and this is from the rich, smart analysts and everything, reporting a profit of 48 cents per share, which would be down 11% compared to year-ago quarter. That sounds terrible. Maybe AT&T kind of outperforms that expectation, and then the stock is going to explode, and everything is going to be great, and it's going to pop off, and life is good. Anyways, moving on. AT&T has a stock that has rallied 31.6% over the last 52 weeks, which I think that's outperforming the S&P, but a little bit down compared to the sector fund that they're in, XLC, the communication sector. Now, I want to kind of speak to some of these numbers because this is basically what we follow on my channel. We look at their growth, we look at their customer additions and things like that. When AT&T gave their earnings at the end of Q3 back in October, the stock responded very, very well. They had 429,000 postpaid phone net adds, or 403,000, whatever they were. I forget how they do their number. They showed some pretty good free cash flow. The stock responded really positively. There's a version where it does it again, right? They could have an upside quarter. Obviously, we're going to get the full year numbers, and then we're going to get guidance for the following year. The vibes I'm getting from this article and how I see a lot of the articles about AT&T versus Verizon, I see a lot of positivity. It seems like the investor is more comfortable rating AT&T with a stronger buy kind of rating than Verizon. Again, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just talking about the articles that I read and come across. So this tells me that the sentiment towards AT&T has more upside, has more favor than, say, for example, Verizon. And a lot of it seems to be based on growth. The fact that AT&T consistently throughout the year has been more promotionally active, has shown the ability to garner more market share and growth, has lower churn rate, and they don't have the same amount of free cash flow as Verizon. Verizon has much more free cash flow. And the revenue growth is probably similar as a percentage. AT&T has a very strong fiber business. And those types of things, they're viewing AT&T much more positively than Verizon. And when you look at the stock performance over the year, it kind of shows. So it's a very, very different thing comparing the two companies. Now, T-Mobile, obviously, they're the grower in the industry. Investors have been really rewarded heavily. If you invested in T-Mobile many years ago, I mean, you've done really, really well, especially post T-Mobile and Sprint merger. So Verizon seems like the odd company out. AT&T viewed more favorably recently. Obviously, T-Mobile is the golden child of market analysts within this particular sector. So I expect a good outcome for AT&T. Industry low churn, probably. Good cash flows. If they guide up or go above that whatever they projected, that the stock is going to respond positively. I expect their numbers to be very similar to Q3, if not a little bit better, in a lot of ways. And they'll guide up, and then everything will be fantastic. We'll see what happens. So Verizon up and coming. Then we got AT&T. I think some of the numbers from AT&T are going to be really good. Internet Air will probably be scaling up. The 5G Plus build out will be probably scaled up. The fiber investments will be scaled up. All those things. I'm sure AT&T is going to try to really spin it off positively, and then we'll listen to the question and answer sessions. So we'll hear from Pascal, the financial chief financial officer. We'll hear from the big guy himself, the big stank, what he has to say on the quarter and kind of the guide for 2025. But clearly, AT&T viewed very differently than Verizon. And we'll see. We'll have to wait and see. I'm not projecting. I'm not predicting. I'm just looking at the perception I see in these articles and how these analysts view the different stocks. They view them very, very differently. So AT&T is doing something that they like. Verizon, not so much. And T-Mobile obviously hitting on all cylinders too. We'll see what happens. The reports are coming out very, very soon. We'll definitely cover those for you guys. So stick around. Make sure you're subscribed and turn on the bell notifications so you never miss an upload. Please do like and share our videos. Go ahead and drop me a line, drop me a comment on anything we discussed here today. Appreciate you guys for stopping by. We shall see you all on the next video.